Good afternoon, Mr. Secretary. Thank you for appearing before the committee to testify on a subject of interest to all Americans. We're a country of many communities with diverse perspectives. However, there is universal recognition that we must invest in infrastructure if we want to continue American strength and prosperity into the 21st century. First, I want to tell you about my own community, the southern part of New Jersey. We are geographically, economically, and demographically a diverse community. We are the hustle and bustle of tourism and gaming. We are the pinelands and the wetlands. We are the Jersey Shore and the Delaware Bay Shore. We have miles of beautiful coastline and we have thousands of acres of farmland, but we have a common identity as South Jerseyans together. Mr. Secretary, our people need better infrastructure. We need investment in roads, bridges, and dams. We need investment in dredging, broadband, and airports. The investments of this bill could make a generational impact on the South Jersey community. I'm sure that everyone else on this committee feels just as strongly about their community's needs. That leads me to the main point I need to make. This bill needs to be an infrastructure package for all Americans. For years, Washington has talked about infrastructure as the end all and the be all of bipartisanship. Now it's our opportunity to show that there is still an American dream and that our country can still unite behind it. We cannot approach this bill like we have, quite frankly, earlier bills this year. There needs to be bipartisanship. There needs to be an investment in all American communities. Our country, the United States of America, needs us. They need us to work together. So, Mr. Secretary, does this administration commit to making this an infrastructure package for all Americans?
Yes, that's absolutely the intent of the president and of my department too. We recognize there are so many different kinds of communities with different needs and different characteristics, and we got to be serving everybody, and everybody will be better off when we get this country the infrastructure it deserves.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. In order to make this an infrastructure package for all Americans, the bill must be bipartisan. If it is not, then the needs of tens of millions of Americans will be ignored in this process, and their problems will be exacerbated. Mr. Secretary, while I understand that ultimately your congressional counterparts act of their own accord, are you committed to the position that this should be negotiated as a bipartisan infrastructure package?
Well, the president strongly prefers a bipartisan approach, and so do I. It's hopefully been reflected, as you've seen in the conversations that the president has hosted with Republican and Democratic members of the House and Senate, and that's going to continue to be the way we want to proceed. We've got to get something done, and I think you don't have to be from one party to the other to see how important that is. And if there's any policy area left in America where Republicans, independents, and Democrats can work together to get something done, I have to believe it's this one because I have yet to see a Republican bridge or a Democratic pothole.
So you are committed to that bipartisanship?
That's certainly our goal, and we hope to work with you and members on both sides of the aisle in good faith to get there.
I hope we do. I hope we do, because America's watching, and this is truly our chance to show America that we still, at least in some ways, can function. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I yield my time.
Thank you.